Welcome back. Welcome back. I hope all is well. Back again with another discussion. And today we want to talk about stress management techniques and effective workouts to reduce your stress in your body. Did you know 48% of Americans lose sleep because of stress? Did you know your digestive issues is because of stress? Anxiety, depression. The root of that is stress. What's beneath stress? Fear. So, as we all know, life can be stressful, from jobs we have, the relationships we're in, the things we have to do, identity, insecurities, fear, like I spoke before. And I think we never think about, okay, we always try to manage the stress, but we don't try to get rid of the stress. And granted, some things, stress is good for some of us. Like we have stress to write a book, to ask that person out on a date, right? Oh my God, it's so stressful. But I want to give you some tools today and some standard of procedures, processes, and things you can use to not only get rid of your stress, but understand why you do have stress. I mean, a lot of times, a lot of stress is induced from the world we live in, our environment, our upbringing, our childhood, how our mom and dad dealt with stress, our peers, our friends, our family. So it's not like we wake up and we're stressful. It's created. It's programming. It's conditioned. 10 of you follow me on Instagram at Eric Bigger. I get a lot of DMs. I actually got this one guy who DMs me all the time about money, and he's always stressed over money. He's probably like early 50s. Great guy. He's great at what he does. Super passionate about what he does, but he lacks so much faith. So because of him lacking faith, he causes his body stress, right? He's inducing the stress based on his thoughts and beliefs around not having money. And so I always would tell him, I said, man, you gotta work out, you should pray, you should meditate, you should journal. But here's the thing, all those things won't work if you don't understand where it's coming from and who and where and why are you creating. And some of stress can be projected on us from our parents or from our friends or from our spouse, right? Based on conversations we have or how much open and vulnerable we are in a moment to receive their projection. It could become us. Just know stress is created. It's not something we wake up with. We create stress based on what we believe, what we see, and what we grew up in. So I'll give you a story. Last year, I was in a relationship where the person I was dating was severely depressed and was having panic attacks, right? My dad was in and out of the hospital. I was stressed because I was trying to find my purpose and my new identity. And so when I think about all those things, the person I was dating was having panic attacks and severely depressed because of how she was looking at it, right? How she was thinking about it. But also, she didn't have a job. She worked for herself. And the business wasn't doing things she wanted to do for her not to be stressed. So that was one problem. So that stressed me because I'm dealing with that energy of that. My dad was in and out of the hospital. I didn't know if my dad was going to be here or not. My dad was crying, telling me I should come home and he want to be with me. And I went home, I ran home, and I prayed, and that was like causing me stress in my body. So here you got a significant other who's not as happy and fulfilled. So you're taking on their energy, environment, person, place, or thing that's around me, the person. My dad in and out of hospital, not knowing what his take on life was going to be, because that was intense. And then I had my own stress personally because I'm like, career wise, what is my profession? What am I here to do? So with those three things, these things caused stress in my body. Two was not even mine. It was put in my life to make me think about how can I get through this, right? How do I get through these moments? And then at the same time, I was experiencing a spiritual awakening, a dark night of the soul, because I was discombobulated. I was so disconnected from myself. I was confused, but I also had all this energy around me. So therefore, I was stressed, right? My appetite wasn't as I wasn't eating as much. But here's the thing, and this is number one for you to reduce your stress. Number one was that the only thing I had in that moment, not the only thing, but one of the things I had that was the most valuable in the moment was the gym. I was able to go to the gym and work out. And I always say motion changes emotion and movement is medicine. They say strong body, strong mind, strong soul. That's what I like to believe. In fitness, lifting weights, cardio, all the things to move the energy around, not only in my body, but to kind of have a better understanding and a solid, level headed mind when it came to the problems and issues. The gym was the benefit. The gym was the reducer of my stress. So the gym, you should use the gym, exercise and fitness to reduce stress. So look at your life right now. How often do you move your body? How many times a week are you in the gym? What is your perception of health? What is your perception of exercise and fitness? How do you feel about your body that you're in right now? Those things will allow you to know where your stress comes from. I had that on top of the gym. So fitness, get in the gym, exercise at least 30 minutes. I would say exercise at least 30 minutes 4 times a week. That'll clear up some stress and some energy and clearance that you need in your life when you're going through a tough time. As I said, 48% of Americans are not getting sleep because of stress. You want to be able to sleep. Number two, prayer. Now, a lot of us, I can't say a lot, but some of us are different when it comes to prayer, spirituality, religion, whether it's God, Allah, the creator, the universe, infinite intelligence, the divine, whatever you want to call it. I all believe is all one consciousness of energy that we can tap into, connect to help us feel fulfilled, right? It's a source of energy, I believe. So anyway, I had prayer. I'm very spiritual. I didn't grow up in the church, but I'm very in tune and connected to my higher self, right? At least I thought I was last year until I wasn't, right? I was so disconnected, dark night of the soul. So in those tough moments, when I was in that dark night of the soul, my significant other was depressed and having panic attacks, and my dad was in our hospital, I had the gym and I had prayer. So those are two. Do any of you know Spiritual Fitness Podcast? Go subscribe to my podcast. Check out the episodes. That's how spiritual fitness was created, because I had to go against the grain in my life to become who I am. So if you think about spirituality and fitness, they don't really go together, but they went together to make me. Because in my toughest times, I had the gym and I had my spirituality. So those are two things, right, that you can do right now. Work out 4 days a week, at least 30 minutes, pray. Get some type of spiritual practice, pray. And then I'll go into details more about spiritual. But I really wanted to say, stress just comes at us in so many different ways. I also think to reduce, I didn't think I would come up with this, but my spirit is telling me, stop watching the news. Get out of watching the news. The news is so negative. It's a lot of negative energy. It's a lot of negative projection onto you and your energy field. And it can cause your body stress. On top of that, social media as well. I want you right now, if you're watching this, go to your phone, go to Instagram, and look at the people you follow and ask yourself, do these people bring you fulfillment? Do these people bring you joy? Are these positive people? Are they impactful, influential in a good way? Or is their content negative? Does their content bring you down? Is their content toxic? These are things you got to create in your environment to relieve and reduce the stress. So number three, to reduce your stress, is to clear up the news and social media, right? Get that out of your life. Less is more. Clear it up out of your life. Social media, the news, clear it up, right? Because those things are also energies and entities that can come into your vortex, your aura field, and cause you unnecessary stress, unconscious stress that you don't even know that's there. You ever have a thought and you're like, where's these thoughts coming from? It's not my thoughts. Someone put that thought on you. It's a negative energy force from whatever you read, watched, wherever you was talking to or listening to. Oh, here we go. Number 4, be cautious, be aware of the music, the lyrics you're listening to. Sometimes we love these songs. We love this, our good rap, our good R&B, whatever it is. No judgment, but they do have an impact, an effect on the stress that you have in your life. You could be saying, I remember when I was young, Lauryn Hill had a song called I'm So Intoxicated. And my mom was like, boy, shut up. Don't say that. I'm like, Mom, I like this song. And she's like, do you know what intoxicated mean? I'm like, no, it means you're drunk. I was like, oh, I didn't know. But I was constantly saying it over and over and over. So think about, what songs are you listening to, right? What music of choice are you choosing to be in your mind, to be in your energy constantly? Remove any music that's negative, that's impacting you on a negative spaces. And I know you might love it. We seek pleasure. We seek pleasure over pain, right? We don't want to abandon that good music, that good food, or that good alcohol, that good sex, whatever it is, right? Those things have an impact on us. So number 1, let's go back to the top, fitness. Get your fitness on. 2, find some form of prayer and spirituality. 3, get rid of the news and social media. You're aware of the people you're following. 4, what did I say 4 words? Music, the music you listen to. Be aware of the music you listen to. And I'll say 5, I want you to think about the conversations you're having with yourself and others. Gossip. Are you thinking negative? Are you talking negative to yourself? Those things cause stress in your body. They cause stress in your body. So, what conversations are you having with yourself when you're by yourself? What conversations are you having with others? Are you gossiping? Are you talking negative and bad about people? Look, no one's perfect. We all do it. But you got to remove that because that will cause you to be stressful in ways that you can't think. And then six, food, your diet. Food depicts our mood. They say whatever you eat, you'll become, right? I believe that in all facets, whatever you eat, listen to, speak on, read, eventually you'll become it by osmosis. So food, or do you have a clean diet? Are you a healthy eater? Or by the way, is your environment even clean? Is it a clean out once you go outside your house or your home? Is it fast food restaurants or is it healthy cuisine restaurants? Like your environment is everything. So the food you eat will depict how you think. That's just it. I know it's simple. I know it's like, oh yeah, and everyone's not a health nut and everyone's not a health freak and everyone doesn't work out like that. And I get it. But this is about you reducing the stress in your life. So I'm giving you intangible, tangible things that you can be aware of that you have the power to change. It doesn't cost money. It costs intentionality. It costs you decision and energy output, right? Number one, what do we say? Fitness. We want to exercise. We want to exercise, move your body. Move body. Motion changes emotion. Movement is medicine. Two, prayer. Pray. Some form of spirituality. Three, social media, the news. Get rid of the news. Do not watch the news. Any negative accounts, unfollow. Four, music. Be aware of the music you're listening to. It's going to affect your body, your vessel. Not that you got to be perfect all the time, but over time, that song, those lyrics will become you. Five, what conversations are you having when no one's around? What conversations are you having with others? Are you talking bad about others? Are you gossiping? Are you talking negative about celebrities? Where is this conversation coming from? Environment. Six, diet. What foods are you eating, right? All these six things are going to control and impact and give you the awareness of where you hold stress in your life and where your body, where is it coming from. So those are the intangible things, right? When it comes to stress reduction. Here's a more like deeper root of that, right? Let's go for the six pillars. So fitness, what I think really would help really get the stress off you and out of your life is cardio. I would say cardio, jump roping, burpees, running sprints, that type of cardio, more intense cardio. Uh, Heavy lifting. When I was going through the most with my dad and my relationship, I was lifting hard and heavy, right? And I was jump roping. I probably was even going to the gym twice a day. So these are the effective workouts: jump roping, sprinting, heavy lifting, burpees. Those type of workouts that really relieve stress. Also, yoga. Some good yoga for that channel you in, relaxation, restorative yoga is cool, Bikram yoga, any forms of yoga is good. Yoga. I would say like soul cycle, cycling, any intense cycling class, any class that has a group of people who are enthusiastic, that's lifted and gifted, and you want to be in that energy. That's going to get the stress out of your life, right? That's going to get the stress out of your life. So those three different things, or several things for fitness, cardio being one, which is sprinting, jump roping, burpees, high intense form of exercise. Yoga, all types of yogas is good. And heavy lifting, lift some weights, get some weights, pump the arm, get strong. All right, so now we go into prayer. Like, yeah, prayer is one form of spirituality, right? I would say to fit under the spirituality category, prayer is like number one for me, what I can relate to, or breath work. You can go on YouTube right now and put in 5-minute breath work. I guarantee you it'll calm you down and relieve some stress in your body. Breath work. Do some breath work. Meditation. Meditation helps. You can go find a quick 10-minute, 5-minute meditation to just cleanse your energy. You can go on YouTube and put in binaural beats, stress relief or relieve negativity or remove toxins from the body. You can listen to that. That can relieve stress, right? These are the tools that are so in front of us that we don't use or we're not aware of. So this is why you got me. This is why I'm sharing you this content and this information. So use these for your benefit. Like I said, meditation. We talked about prayer, breath work. I say breath work is prayer for the body. You're releasing energy when you're breathing, right? Breath work. So important. Say meditation, say prayer. Also, I think another thing is being in nature. Get in nature, walk barefooted, get some grounding on, get some sunlight, 15 minutes of sun. It's going to help you. It's going to benefit you. You're going to feel better. You're going to feel lighter. All these things are doable, right up your alley. You have a choice. Let's make it these things, right? So now we move into like the news. Don't watch any news. I know grandma, mommy, auntie might be like, oh, watch the news, see if it's going to snow, rain. If you think about the news, right, ask yourself, where are they getting this news from and who's writing the script for the anchors to speak it and why? If we all know about COVID and all those things that happen, just look at that and just look at the news. That's all I'm going to say, right? The news, get completely rid of the news. In politics, I know it's election and don't get caught up in this politics, man. I always say politicians are professional liars. At the end of the day, they're people, and everyone wants their party to win for their benefit. But it's nothing but separation and division. It's all separation and division. I don't care what side you're on. You're separating and dividing yourself from another side because they don't like what you like, and I get it. But I don't want y'all, you, me, us, you watching this to get caught up in that energy because that energy will have you stressed. I have clients when the Israel and Palestine thing was going on coming to the gym stressed out because they're consuming so much of that content. It's not good. Social media, right? So stay away from any negative content. No news. Stay away from it. And unfollow all unhealthy people. I don't care if they're your friends, family, loved ones. Unfollow them. Okay? Unfollow them. So important. So for his music, I mean, I will go on a music fast for 30 days. Don't listen to no heavy lyrics or no songs that are toxic or negative. Listen to some smooth jazz. Listen to an audiobook. Listen to some smooth R&B or indie soul, but listen to binaural beats, healing frequencies. But be aware of the music you're taking in, but get that negative music out of your life. It's going to impact you. 5, conversation, do affirmations. I'm amazing. I'm phenomenal. I love myself unconditionally. I'm incredible. All things are working for as great as good in my life in this moment. So it is. You want to have good conversations, affirmations. And when you're having these negative conversations, you want to ask yourself, who thoughts are these and where is this coming from? Who put this energy on me? Again, check your social media, check your friend group, check the environment you're in. Do we think this way? Like it all comes from somewhere. You don't just create it. It comes from a place. It's programmed and conditioned. So be wary and be aware of your thinking, conversations you're having with yourself and others. When people come to you talking about other people, ask them why. Don't involve yourself in that conversation. I know it might be hard, but just tell people you don't want to talk about it. All right. 5, diet. Eat a clean diet. Get you some protein, tons of protein, some fiber, healthy fats, and fruits and veggies. Keep it simple. I know it's hard. I know, listen, we're hooked. Look, I'm hooked to kombucha. I like dried strawberries now from Creation. Too much of that is not good. I like trail mix. Too much of that is not good. Find balance. I'm not saying don't enjoy life, don't enjoy food. I'm saying have a balance. The whole benefit of eating healthy is so you can have a strong and empowered consciousness. So you can elevate your consciousness. When we eat poor, we have a poor conscience. It's just what it is. We think poor, we do poor, we be poor. And it's not about the physical, it's about the intangibles, the energy, the energetics of it. So the whole reason to eat healthy is so you can have a healthy conscience. That's it. That's it. We don't even got to talk about weight, but food depicts your mood, right? People, don't make this too hard. Don't overwhelm yourself. It's very simple. You know what you need to do. You don't need no stress. And to all the people out there that's going through a hard time, this too shall pass. If you're going through a hard time, just say this. This too shall pass. This too shall pass. This too shall pass. Also, if you're having a hard or challenging time, say this mantra. I have certainty in the light of the Creator. I have certainty in the light of the Creator. I have certainty in the light of the Creator. Certainty is the highest frequency. When you're certain and you know, it's better than when you believe, right? Certainty. I have certainty in the light of the Creator. Also, there might be a ways of getting a therapist when you're going through a tough time, depression, anxiety, fears. A lot of stress comes from fear. Like we're afraid we're not going to be enough. We're afraid we're not going to have money for rent. We're afraid the person's not going to like us. We're afraid we don't look good enough. We're afraid we're not fit enough. We're afraid all this ego stuff to keep you in bondage and distortion of your lower self and not your higher self. Like, you have to remember you're powerful. You're incredible. You're an amazing soul. So you have to get back to the highest state of consciousness so you can feel good and have less stress in your Life. So I'm gonna run it back. The 6 things to reduce stress: exercise, spirituality, prayer at number 1, spirituality. 3, social media, the news, get rid of it, right? Get rid of it. 4, what type of music are you listening to? Remove all negative music. 5, what conversations are you having when you're by yourself or with others? Is it negative or is it positive? 6, what is your diet like? Right? What type of food are you putting in your body? What type of thoughts you're putting in your body? What type of conversations? All these things is going to reduce stress in your life. You know, we talk about yoga, burpees, jump rope, sprinting, weight training, lifting for fitness. We talked about journaling, walking in nature, breath work, meditation for spirituality. 3, for news, we talked about get rid of all negative news and social media accounts that don't serve a highest good for your psyche. 4, do not listen to negative music for a month and see what happens to your life. 5, affirmations. Here, faith comes from hearing. What are you hearing? Are you hearing negative or are you hearing positive? Are you speaking negative or are you speaking positive? I affirm I am great. I have certainty in the light of the creator when we're having a challenge. Say that every day and every way I get better and better. Every day and every way I get better and better. Every day and every way I get better and better. Words depict meaning. Okay, food depicts your mood. Eat healthy, protein, veggies, fiber, healthy fats, fruit, water. All these things are so simple, but I thought I would bring them here today to help reduce stress in your life. And no, stress is not, we don't wake up with stress. We create it based on our thoughts, our perceptions, our experiences, and our environment. So scan your environment. Who are you around? What do they put in their body? What do they think about? What do they eat? What do they talk about? Those things, if they're negative, could be impacting you on a mental, spiritual, emotional, physical level. Set boundaries. One last thing, bonus, boundaries. You gotta have boundaries with people. You know what I mean? Environment you're in, friends, family, loved ones, set your boundaries. Also have less stress. That's all. That's it. Share this video if it resonates, if you like it. Subscribe to the YouTube, subscribe to my channel. Thank you for listening. Follow me on Instagram at Eric Bigger. You can email me at itsmiracleseason@gmail.com. If you have any questions, DM me or just comment here. And let's have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful stress-free life. All right. You got the tools, you got the insights, you got the wisdom how to reduce stress in your life. Be great, be phenomenal, love on yourself, and remember, you have certainty in the light of the Creator. Every day in every way, you get better and better. You're amazing, you're phenomenal, you are everything in some. Know that, own that. Peace, love, and gratitude. It's miracles. I'm out. Peace.